It's just crazy. All right. Let's get this party started. So I just wanted to get that news out of the way. Speculation Sunday moved to tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow. Me and Danny talk about Universal, Disneyland, Knott's, all that good stuff. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. We might just do Q&A, honestly. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. This is why everybody's here. We're going to only talk about Halloween Horror Nights, baby! That's all we're going to talk about tonight. That is all we are going to talk about tonight. All right, enough beating around the bush. So what the heck happened? Why are we all here today? Shout out, credit to Emmy Louis X31. This is a video that was posted on Instagram. And what happened is there was a big presentation. I think it was just all things Blumhouse in Mexico. I don't know if it was like some type of like horror con or movie con. I don't know, but I didn't even know this was happening. I would have been live during this if I did. I had no idea. That's what I'm going to say. But let's watch this video because this is what started it all today.
Horror Nights at Universal Studios. In Orlando and in Hollywood. Horror Nights at Universal Studios. In Orlando and in Hollywood. There may be something to do this September and October with Five Nights at Freddy's. There may be something to do this September and October with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Damn. So this was all, at first I was like, did something slip out? Did something leak? But no, it was just, this is part of the plan. This is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Sunday evening, just a normal Sunday evening announcement, CCXP is Mexico's version of Comic-Con. Wow, that's cool. I had no idea that was a thing. Very, very cool. So there you go. They were doing a whole presentation when it comes down to Five Nights at Freddy 2. That was really what this was about. But Jason Blum just dropped that. Boom. The announcement heard around the world. So let's get to the meat and potatoes because things got very interesting. This is the official announcement right here from Halloween Horror Nights. This is the one. Five Nights at Freddy's is coming in a whole new way to this year's Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights in both Hollywood and Orlando. More details to come soon. So that was the big one. It's like, what? What is this talk about in a whole new way? In a whole new way. What? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? So I had a chance to ask people, and also too, it's already on the website. It's on the website. So you search Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. It's on the website. It is on the website. Everything's official. A lot of people at first were coming at me like, is this not real? This is AI and blah, blah. I'm like, Horror Nights themselves announced it, like the official website or account. They're the ones that announced it. We're not even in speculation no more. This is real, everybody. This is a real announcement. So that whole new way conversation, you know what I mean? Here's the poster for Fnaf. And I had a chance because our other boy Sonic is here, and he is going crazy over this announcement. I had a chance to talk to him about this poster, and he's like, "That's how they talk to the people through this thing right here." But this is another conversation. Just wanted to show that poster real quick. That's for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This was the big one right here. Where are we at? There we go. So I put this on Twitter. I was like, in a whole new way. For Five Nights at Freddy, we've seen their presence come to Halloween Horror Nights already. Let me back up. We saw Five Nights at Freddy come to Horror Nights, but they were just the props, the literal props from the movie, which was freaking cool. And this was the experience that you did, or like this was like a holding area, and then you watched the Megan show, right? This was the year of the Megan show. I'm pretty sure it was. But they've had the props. These things are huge. They are so tall. When you see them in real life, they're very big. These animatronics are huge. So that's one version right here. I don't have a picture. I bet you I could bring it up. Let me search my phone real quick. We could show both versions of Five Nights at Freddy's. Let me see. I wonder if it'll pop up on my phone. Anybody in this chat, do you have a picture of the Five Nights at Freddy photo op? Do you remember that thing? That's how they did Five Nights at Freddy. Was that last year? 2 years ago? I don't even remember anymore. All right, I'm looking through my phone. I got so many photos. Let me see if it comes up if I just search Freddy's. Freddy. Yep, I got it. Let me screenshot it, I guess. I'll post it right now. Hold on. Five Nights at Freddy. It's just so stuck in my head. I can't get it out. Those words are just stuck in my head. Fnaf photo op for HHN. What year was this photo? 2024. Yeah, so it was last year. Wow. All right. Let me see. Let me refresh. So we've had Five Nights at Freddy as the animatronics right here. And they had 4 of them, right? No, 5 in total. And then we've had Five Nights at Freddy as a photo op display. That's just the way they did it. You know what I mean? Everybody was kind of disappointed. Everybody's been, ever since they did the movie, and especially being attached to Blumhouse, Universal, streamed on Peacock, everybody's been like, we need Five Nights at Freddy at Horror Nights. So we've got like a taste. We've got a taste of Five Nights at Freddy. But it was just props and then a photo op. That's what we've had. Okay? So when we go to the statement, or not the statement, but just the news that came from Horror Nights, is coming in a whole new way to this year's Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. More details soon. In a whole new way. That's the key words. So if I was to say in a whole new way, it has to be a house, right? They've never done a house. So it's not like that's an old way. Like a house, like any of the other houses for Horror Nights. That would be a whole new way. And the speculated position of where this maze is going to go is in Soundstage 15, where we had The Weeknd. We've had Stranger Things in there. So that's behind Transformers. This thing would be in the soundstage, which obviously is a perfect place for this thing. All right. I'm going with it's a house. That's where I stand. All right, that's where I stand. I think it's a house. Where are we at? Dungeons and Dragons. 5 fires. Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's been a lot of conversation, and I've been talking about it too. What if this new way could be Dungeons and Dragons FanFest style? So just recently, we just had FanFest, which was this new way of storytelling that Universal did. And at the same time, the people that are from Horror Nights were part of the creative of this. They were all part of it. It's a team effort. Horror Night people were part of this. Can you guys see Five Nights at Freddy be, Five Nights at Freddy have this type of style of storytelling? So you would go room to room with characters, and triggers would happen and interactions would happen, and the rooms are coming to life at different areas. So it's not necessarily like a Horror Night house. It's just this interactive kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? That's one of the conversations that's being had right now. That it could be Dungeons and Dragons storytelling. You know what I mean? We just had this gigantic puppet Xanathar come to life. How freaking cool was this? So these are the two things that are kind of going on right now, okay? These are the two things, all right? So I'm just throwing stuff out there right now. I'm just throwing stuff out there. We're going to have a full conversation. I want to talk to everybody in this chat. Don't worry. I think it's going to be set up like D&D. I think Universal was experimenting with FanFest to do new things with HHN. Totally agree. I agree. There's a couple things I want to say real quick too, since we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons was a people eater. This thing was getting crowds through like nothing. It rarely had a humongous wait where you had to wait 40 minutes to an hour. Like, it was rare. This thing was, because this experience had 2 sites. I'm pretty sure I have like a, where can I show it? Maybe this angle will show it here. So we have people on the left over there, and then we have people on this side. So we have 2 big groups experiencing one thing at the same time. That's a lot of people to just keep chucking through. You know what I mean? So those are kind of the things that are going on right now that are being talked about big time. And there's somebody on Twitter. Let me bring it up. He keeps bringing this up, and it's a great point. I want to talk about it. Where are we at? I have to find this comment. Is it in my mentions? I gotta find it. Hold your horses, everybody. It's right here. It's right here. Right here. From Jackson the Clown. Shout out to Jackson the Clown. This is from a while ago. John Murdy, with Soundstage 15 being used at full for Dungeons and Dragons for FanFest, will the house in Soundstage 15 use the entire soundstage as opposed to majority of it as in HHN? Like how houses in 747 or Soundstage 22 use the full soundstage. There's still BQ inside, has nowhere else it can go. My gosh, I'm bringing up the wrong thing. Hold on. Gosh, no, that is not what I wanted to bring up. I'll just go to John. Where is it? John Murdy, man. It's where he's talking about I'm working on this like thing that is not a house, it's not a scare zone, you know what I mean? Let me bring that. Anybody have a link to that? Can you tag me on Twitter? Make it easier. I'm just gonna go through his replies right now because that's where he would, right? Was it a reply? I don't even know anymore. Where are you at, John? I found it. Thank you, Gina. Yep. Is it this one? It's from 512. It's this one right here, right? Did he post it multiple times? Is that what happened? 512. I only see this one. All right. Psst. Working on something right now that is not a house or a maze or a boo box or scare shanty. Not a scare zone or boo boulevard or spook street. Not a show. Not terror tram. In fact, I'm not really sure what it is. But I'm working on it. Resume what you're doing. What? How are we supposed to even try to guess what this is, right? I have a feeling the Fnaf thing is this. This is it. He was referring to Fnaf. Does everybody in the chat agree? Or somehow there's still this other random thing that we don't know about that he's talking about? I personally think this is it. This is it. Michael Jackson right here. This is it. This is it. Mr. Fires, where do you think FNAF House will be? I think it's going to be in Soundstage 12. Behind Transformers. It's been heavily rumored to be there, and I really feel like it is. What if the experience John was talking about could be WWE? You know, I'm really starting to doubt it. Because why wouldn't Horror Nights announce right away that it's a house? You know what I mean? So I'm assuming this is it. Sky says, Mondo, no, it's not. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think so. So you guys are saying no. I've seen leaks and know 100% it's a house. Ooh. Wouldn't get my hopes up for this FNAF stuff after seeing all this. Let me see. This is it. Michael Jackson. No, man. They're listening to the fans. It's not FNAF. We'll just have to wait and see because even Murdy himself doesn't know. Damn, what the heck? What is this? I guess we'll come back to this at a different time. I don't know. I just wanted to throw it out there. We're having conversation. I don't have like, oh, I know all the leaks. I know everything. I don't. I feel like in the past, you know, I've really dug in like, oh, I want to know everything before everything. This year, I'm kind of like, I'm just taking things as they go and having fun with speculation. So, wow. Everybody in the chat doesn't think this is FNAF. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. What about Jurassic World Q? Yeah, Jurassic World Q, man. I've said it looks like a Pizza Hut. It really looks like a pizza. Could FNAF be at Jurassic World Q? Then where would WWE go? WWE is going to go in the soundstage? Damn. really. Hey, what's up, dog? uh, what's up, Maxarone? You got your shoes on still. Oh, you're so cute. He's like, I'm gonna take them off now. Maybe a new type of show. Is there anything rumored? DreamWorks Theater. I haven't heard anything about DreamWorks Theater rumor wise. That's one thing that I was talking to Junior. I was talking to Junior about this before I went live. I was saying, what about if Fnaf, dare I say it, what about if Fnaf is DreamWorks Theater? So they would put the props out again, right there in the holding area. And then Five Nights at Freddy would just be a show in the DreamWorks Theater. So it'd just be on the screen. maybe one animatronic comes out and does something and then it just kind of ends. Kind of like that Muppet show we have at Walt Disney World. Is there any hope? Is there any chance that Fnaf experience, whatever it's going to be, is in the DreamWorks Theater? Anybody have that thought? I keep hoping this experience has to do with the house. Gives you the feel of the gameplay. Think maybe a camera or a flashlight or something. I'll get into that. I will get into that. That's a whole nother. There's a lot of things to talk about with this whole thing. It's all super interesting. Super interesting. What's up? Oh, what are these? Oh, thank you. Let me see. Let's see. What is everybody saying? No. It's gonna be in a soundstage. FNAF team wants a big area, not a small area like Jurassic World Q. If it was DreamWorks Theater, there's no way it would be announced first. I'm just throwing stuff out there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to eliminate anything. I'm just throwing it out there. Nobody wants it in the theater. I don't either. Alien Spider said, what if, might be a stretch, Five Nights at Freddy's takes over a ride like Jurassic Park in the Dark, which is a ride? I don't know, unfortunately. That would be crazy, right? Just then Dominus and then Freddy Fazbear just in the distance. Imagine it comes to the Terror Tram in a new way no one ever experienced. I don't think it's Terror Tram. Just because, like, Five Nights at Freddy is, like, indoors, A Terror Tram, I think a Terror Tram, I think outdoors. Like, that's all I think about. We got Brian dropping a super chat. Brian! Awesome hanging out with you, man. At Monster Palooza. I've heard it is a house, photo op, and themed foods, but also maybe something more. We just don't know what more is for sure. Fired up. What are we talking? What does this mean? What does this mean? It's just going to be a live stream of someone playing FNAF in the DreamWorks Theater. Oh, man. Riptor is definitely going to have animatronic meet and greet photo op for FNAF. There is so much to talk about. Oh my gosh. Like, I haven't even got to that conversation. Yeah. What's up, Jay? Hey, Fa, I don't think it's a maze because of the wording. Chica's Pizza? What if? It's definitely a house. They wouldn't be announcing experience first. All right. So let's get into it. What about if it is a house? If it is a house, how do they pull this off? Is it going to be the video game? Is it going to be the movie? Let's start with that. Let's start with that. Everybody in the chat, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be based off the video game or based off the movie? What do you guys think? You know, I had a chance to ask Sonic earlier, and I was like, hey, look at this symbol. That's what I told him. I told him straight, I was like, look at this symbol right here. Has this been used in the video game world? And he was like, totally. He's like, that symbol doesn't mean necessarily the movie, and it doesn't necessarily mean the video game. So he's like, it could be either or. It could be either or. Oh man. Let's see. What's everybody saying? Has to be a house. The house is based on the movie. The theme food in the lower lot now is definitely going to be pizza. Oh, for sure. You know, right where they put that barbecue spot, usually it's going to be pizza. I feel like we've had it. We had Surfer Boy pizza. That was just Fnaf pizza. Oh man. What about a Fnaf bar by Jurassic World Ride? I don't know. This is a tricky one because the creator of FNAF himself, he's like very, it's like his way. You know what I mean? His way or the highway. I don't know if he wants a theme bar. That's a great conversation, or a great topic for conversation for sure. A FNAF bar packed, continuously packed. Let me ask this question. Has there ever been Five Nights at Freddy's alcoholic drinks? I don't know. I'm going to say no. I feel like, you know, some people probably have made it before, but not like official Five Nights at Freddy, like at AMC or Regal. Did they ever do Five Nights at Freddy drinks? They always do drinks themed to movies now these days, because a lot of these theaters have bars. It's supposed to be the movie. The movie. Nobody's saying video game, so okay, movie. They've casted lookalikes of Josh Hutcherson already. Ooh. Damn, Sky just dropping fire over here. Yeah, everybody's saying the movie. Everybody. Movie and replaces the Chucky show. Oh, man. Go see the new horror movie, Bring Her Back. Is that the one with the eye, like the hand on the face or something? I was supposed to watch it, but my girlfriend wants to watch it with me, so I didn't see it. That's why I watched Karate Kid. I'm glad I watched Karate Kid. I feel like with the second one coming out this year, it'll be based on the movie. All right, well, that takes out completely. That just eliminates the game. Everybody. I'll Instagram you. What are you Instagramming me? Let me look. Where'd you Instagram me? I don't see nothing on the Instagrams. All right, so based on what y'all are saying, and I know there's a lot of people in here that probably know too much, it's off the movie. Five Nights at Freddy Blumhouse movie. So if we're going to go with that route, let me bring up the trailer. I was doing this earlier. FNAF trailer. All right. right here. So obviously, where is it? There we go. Is there a better picture? Man, didn't give me a good picture, but there it is. Uh, if it is based on the movie, then that's the facade, right? We could just call it right now. Like, there is no way that that is not the facade. Like, what the hell else would be the facade, right? This has to be the facade right here. Honestly, when you think about it, like this whole this whole building is literally like a horror night maze. I sent it to you, Mondo. What'd you send me? What are we talking about? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can say what I'm reading. So I'm getting some crazy messages right now. That's definitely the facade. Yeah, there's no way it's not the facade, right? There's no way. There's no way. Um, man, seeing this in real life is going to be crazy. Like, this could just be a photo op. Everybody's going to want a photo with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, now that I like see this, yeah, you're right, Junior. It's definitely not Jurassic World. This is soundstage stuff. This is soundstage stuff. Melissa's like, say it, say it. So I'm just bringing up the trailer. Obviously, I'm not going to bring up the movie. Is this a better view? There we go. That's a way better view. There's a lot of scenes that we want to come to life in this maze. One of the things I wanted to bring up, I don't think Horror Nights has ever done it. Not Scary Farm has done it, where you go through a maze with a flashlight. I think they've done it multiple times, more than one time. So and Not Scary Farm, it was like times where the lights would go in and out. You know, you're surviving with this flashlight. Do you think we go through the Five Nights at Freddy's house with a flashlight, or that's just like that's unlike Horror Nights? You know what I mean? Is that they're just not going to do that? I want to ask that before I move on. Springtrap needs to be in the maze. I would assume, right? Everything we've seen in the movie, I would assume it's going to be in the maze. "2018, Knott's had it. Trick or treat." People love that maze. That was a great experience, man. If it is a maze, could that be what's built in the Parisian courtyard? Nah, I don't think it's Parisian courtyard. I think it's soundstage. It's just, everybody keeps rumoring soundstage. 10,000 flashlights? Knott's did it. Why can't Horror Nights do it? Maybe for RIP. Wow. They made a house like that in Knott's where you use a flashlight. I know. That's what I'm talking about. Slimy flashlight? Anything is possible when it comes to HHN. I think it'd be cool. Like, is a flashlight really needed for the maze, though? I just wanted to ask. That was something that somebody told me to put or say in this live, so I was like, I'll say it. They'll say to use your phone as a flashlight. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. Let's keep moving. Um, every time I look at a scene from this trailer, I'm just like, yep, that's going to be in Horror Nights. Obviously, the security room, obviously going to be in the maze. Why wouldn't it be? Um, we're just gonna have like a bunch of TVs, security TVs everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Like this kind of experience where you have to like look through a window with a flashlight. It would be awesome. Honestly, it would be so sick. Oh man. What if this whole time the rumored Terrifier maze is actually FNAF? Since they added those air conditioning pipes, the facade might be Freddy Fazbear. You never know. You know, honestly, until John confirms where the maze truly goes, everything's up in the air. But everybody keeps saying the soundstage 15, so yeah, that's kind of the where the strong rumors going. Savage Baka dropping a super chat. Universal was very careful with their wording in their post, using a whole new way. Some are even suggesting it's not going to be a maze. Thoughts, Mondo? All right. All right. Let me throw this out there. And I just obviously we're gonna get some, I think, some weird reactions right here. What if? What? If, I don't even want to say it. It just doesn't feel right. But what if? And I feel like it could be. I feel what I'm gonna say. It could be true because John was kind of like, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but we're doing it. We're working on it. What if FNAF is an experience and this is not my word. This is just information that's been sent my way. I'm just saying it. See what you guys think. What about if the FNAF is a VR experience? A what? I feel like a lot of people are like, did Mondo just say a VR experience? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Everybody in the chat, give me your reaction. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you for the super chat, Savage Baka. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Stop it. Please, Mondo. Stop it. Slimy VR. Sky's like, it isn't. It isn't. That would make the line even longer. Doesn't HHN Japan have VR stuff? Do they? I don't know. Let's look it up. Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. I know they have VR over there, but I thought it was just for roller. Like they have like a coaster that they just VR. HHN Japan VR experience. Oh my gosh. There really is HHN VR experience. Is this it right here? What is this? Hold on. Wow. What the heck? This is news to me. I don't know what's happening in Japan. I don't follow their HHN, so it's news. It's brand. Was this fun? Did people like it? Was it cool? Was it terrible? this is interesting right here. Wow, that really kind of blows my mind. Blows my mind right there. HHN Orlando did a VR house in 2016. Wow. Did people like it though? Was it good or bad feedback? What? I'm assuming bad. They don't keep doing it. Just be home in VR. The amount of technical difficulties would be crazy, right? To make it work good every time. Not gonna lie, VR experience would be cool. Would be cool. Gomes dropping a super chat. What's up, Gomes? What up, Mondo? I'm late. What I missed? Something tells me Fnaf is not gonna be a house. Everybody's saying it's a house. It's a house. You're just in the heart of it, Gomes. You haven't missed nothing, my friend. This whole live, we're just talking FNAF, dude. We're just talking FNAF. Are you suggesting that's what's in Supercharged? No. This HHN thing for sure is sounding like it's a house in the theme park. I don't think it's going to go studio tour route. Could be a possibility if they already know about the tech. NF says, no. What if it's the pizza parlor as a dining experience? And then the lights cut out, animatronics come to life, and patrons need to escape. That'd be crazy. That'll be crazy, man. I will get there. That's another one I wanted to talk about. No thanks. I want a live Freddy puppet chasing me around the maze, trying to stuff me into his suit. I think everybody's on board with that one. Jamie Lit, I think that's what everybody wants. Mondo, imagine walking through a maze with VR headset, but the entire walls are black. Just a VR experience showing you what it's programmed to show you. I think it could be an additional charged offering. No, it better not be. That'd be messed up. It's like this add-on. Oh my gosh. That's not Japan. That's Orlando. Oh, okay. There it is. It's so weird, but that came up when I put Japan. So I guess this experience that we were looking at, I guess that was Orlando. Did anybody do this? We got a lot of people. I don't even know how many people are watching right now. We got 400 in YouTube, 850 people in total right now. Out of all these 850 people watching, did anybody do this house? Like actually went and did this? Was it fun? Did you like it? Let's be honest. Someone in the chat knows what's gonna. Yeah, no. Somebody. There's probably 10 people in the chat that know everything. Sky's probably one of them. It wouldn't be profitable for Universal if it's a big IP. Actually, there is a VR experience on Meta Horizon. They got to partner with the Void, like DTD, where they're actually walk around. Could we possibly get actual Freddy Fazbear pizza? I think it's coming. I think it's coming. If they don't do it like D&D, can you go over the line situation? I'm assuming D&D couldn't do conga line, but not sure. Yeah, D&D is not conga line. It was groups. They were doing groups. Knott's had a VR maze in 2016 that was canceled because of controversy. Fear VR 5150. Wow, I'm gonna take a picture of that. I never even heard of that. That's crazy. Let me take a picture. I'll look into that later. That's just that's something I feel like would be cool to look into. I never heard of that. I want to work at Universal so bad. Scaring people would be an awesome job. They're like gonna hire soon, right? I could have sworn that was a thing. I'm going to be working there again. They called me back for Horror Nights. Hell yeah, Carlos. All right. The issue with FNAF and dining is that the creator of the game series is against creating a restaurant based on the games. That's what I was going to ask. Could there be a chance that they create an immersive dining experience? That was going to be the next question I was going to ask. Could this thing that they're creating be an immersive dining experience with animatronics, characters, or is that just ridiculous? What do you think? What does everybody in the chat think? I've been working at Horror Nights since 2006. Hell yeah, man. You probably got some cool stories, dude. That's a lot of mazes or scare zones. I want to hear what everybody says. Could it be an immersive dining experience? But like, how do you get crowds through that? You know what I mean? It would have to be quick service. But that's the weird part about Five Nights at Freddy. I feel like for me, I would get the vibe that it would have to be a sit down, right? Weird. The cupcake as a treat. Yeah. That has to be coming, right? Like the actual cupcake, a themed cupcake. Oh my gosh. Moneymaker. Yep, the cupcake. Granted, it could be different due to being in a theme park with elevated security, and time has passed since this statement. What are we talking about? Actually, they're just gonna strap you to a seat and stuff you in a suit for real. There it is, a whole new experience. I think FNAF should do a maze instead of immersive. There definitely could upcharge for extra dining experience. I don't see Horror Nights doing that. I don't think they've ever done something like that, right? Just the RIP tour is obviously that's different. Bring FNAF 1 through 6. Second house should be based on Security Breach. Third house should be based on the movie. A lot of kids are wanting to go. I haven't got there. That's one of the things I want to talk about. Look up Fright Dome 2016. Five Nights at Freddy's Horror Attraction full walkthrough. What? Fright Dome? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Fright Dome 2016 Five Nights at Freddy's. What? Five Nights at Freddy's. All right, let me click through one of these videos. Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing 8 years ago. All right, I just wanted to click through it before I show it to everybody. This is Fright Dome 2016 Five Nights at Freddy's horror attraction, and this is from credit to the Horizoneer. I'd never seen this until today. Wait, what? Is there a person in there, or is it just frozen? What the heck? Hmm. uh, that's crazy. I didn't even know this was done. It's crazy. I don't know if there's like people in the maze or this walkthrough. Was it just a walkthrough? Just you're kind of seeing like sets. Hmm. Like honestly, it's pretty cool. You know, considering 8 years ago. Damn, that's scary. Just staring at you. Oh man. Yeah, that's cool. I never knew they did that. Very, very cool. Um, we got Doge. Doge in the chat. What's up, Doge? No more Universal Monsters. It's crazy. I'm just as shocked as you are. Um, man, I haven't had that conversation yet. Uh, did was it called Eternal Bloodlines? Is that what the maze was called? Let me make sure. Eternal Bloodlines? HHN? Like, was the feedback so bad on Eternal Bloodline with Universal Boston? They were like, okay, we're done. We're done. We're just going to give it a break. We're done. Yeah, maybe Universal Monsters, it just doesn't happen this year. Um, I'm in the boat. I think I'm okay with it. I love the Universal Monsters. I love it. I love it. We've just had it a lot. We've had it a lot. I almost want to say it's been like 5 years, 6 years that we've had back to back to back to back to back. So them getting a break wouldn't be a bad thing. Just like Michael, he got a break too. Finally. But compared to Fright Dome, imagine the production value this one could bring to Universal. Yeah, the production value budget skyrocket. Especially that was 8 years ago. So imagine 2025 money Universal money. Five Nights at Freddy, probably the movie's gonna be funding this too. Yeah, they got money. They're dropping money. We got Benji Super Chat 37 months. Wow. What's good, Mondo? So hyped for HHN this year. Are you going to do RIP tour? If so, and you don't have a full group, hit me up. I'm down. Downtown to the merry-go-round. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing RIP for sure. For sure. For me, I think RIP is always better the second week. Because, like, the first week, all the hype and, you know what I mean? And then the second week, you're like, I want more. I need more of this. What better way to get more Horror Nights than an RIP tour? Nothing beats it. Nothing. I'll let you know, Benji. We don't have a full group. I'll let you know, Benji. I'll keep you in mind no matter what. I promise. By the way, there's another announcement planned for Thursday. Things change, but that's the plan currently. Most likely gonna be Terrifier. Gosh, we got so many things to talk about. Eternal Bloodlines killed Universal Monsters. Legends Collide was the last good Universal monster made. Yeah, Saskia deserved better, honestly. What's up, villain? He must not have been present when the bid was filmed. I don't anything Fright Dome Vegas related. I don't keep up. The only thing I do watch Vegas Matt. I love some Vegas Matt. I do watch that. Yeah, with all the rumored IPs coming at HHN now, Five Nights, I understand why Poltergeist and Scarecrow is coming back. Those are heavy hitters, though, man. Heavy hitters. Do you know how the groups work, Mondo? Like, how many do you need at minimum, and how much it would be per person? So, if you ever do RIP, you could be by yourself. You would just be grouped up with people. If you ever wanted like a private RIP, there's like a price tag for it. And it could even be, you could be like, I just want 4 people in my group. You could say stuff like that if I'm not mistaken. But there's just a price tag to it. But I think RIP for the most part, I'm just taking a wild guess, probably like 12 to 14 people. It could be that big. I feel like it's that big usually. And that's obviously not a lot of people, but you get a very catered experience though. RIP, I've never had a bad experience. I love RIP. It's a lot of money. You're dropping like 375 to like 500 a person. 375 to like 500. That's like the range that it is. Obviously, 375 is like opening day, Thursday opening day. 500 is like, Saturday, Sundays in October. RIP is expensive. It's the cream of the crop, or whatever they say. It's the top. It's the premium experience. All right. Other very important things I want to talk about. 500 is like, okay, we've talked about all this Five Nights at Freddy stuff. What? I'm just asking these things to ask. I don't believe these things. I'm just having a conversation with everybody. What if Five Nights at Freddy is kind of more family friendly and not scary? You said what? What if Five Nights at Freddy is more on the family-friendly side? weird words to say when we're talking about Halloween Horror Nights, and it's not scary. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Post in the comments right now. Emiliano dropping a super chat. Let's go. Emiliano, 5 fires, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for dropping a super chat, supporting the fire. I can't wait to hear what people got to say. No, sir. I'd be okay with it still, but at the same time disappointed. So Sky said it'll be scary as Frozen Empire. Same level of thrill. That's not bad. That's family friendly. I don't even know how else to say it. Like, actually for kids? No. Horror Nights is not for kids. I've always been on the boat. Horror Nights is really not for kids. They could go. Ain't nothing wrong with kids going. That's the adults. That's their decision, right? Yeah. It's your decision, right? You're the parent. If they go to Horror Nights, you decide. You, the parent, decided that. Crickets! I'd be disappointed. Maybe Killer Clown. I thought Killer Clowns was kind of scary, honestly. Especially, like, a lot of people don't like clowns. I'd be disappointed. Leave that for Disney. Oh, hell no. Not family friendly at HHN. Ghostbusters was family friendly. If that's the case of FNAF being family friendly, then we have Terrifier in replacement for the Scare Factor. Hey, very true. If Terrifier has not been announced, it's all rumor at this point, but I get what you're saying. It wouldn't surprise me. Then it'd be the last HHN I ever do. Wow! Wow! Calm down, Albert! You're going too extreme, Albert. Calm down. God, I'm just asking questions, man. Albert's like, I'm done. This family-friendly HHN. HHN 2025 would flop. False advertisement of how scary HHN. HHN family friendly. I was scared to just even ask that question. I know a lot of people get triggered. A lot of triggering going on. That's funny, man. That's funny. HHN isn't for kids. Say it, Fabble. I'll just say I think Hollywood's FNAF will be better than Orlando's. Wow. How can we even say things like that? We don't know nothing yet. I just know the animatronics will be insane. You said what? The animatronics will be... So you're confirming animatronics. Wow. Confirmation on animatronics, huh? That's one thing I was wondering too, if it will be animatronics, you know, something similar to what we saw A Quiet Place last year. Animatronics and then puppets that they kind of move forward, you know, that are kind of hanging. Or is it going to be people dressed as animatronics? But Sky's saying it's animatronics. I mean, John did say focus for this year is to be scary. If If my kids go, I'll just have them do that maze. Oh man. I'm a dad. I can't wait to take my kid to Horror Nights. I can't wait. I can't wait. Max Rooney's already a Universal kid. I honestly, like, I feel like he loves Universal more than Disneyland. Just because, like, he could run around more at Disneyland, or he could run more at Universal. He loves Universal more than Disneyland. We have like the play area, Minions, and then the water park, and then Dino Land, and then he loves the plaza. The plaza running around, like when we took him for Fan Fest, he just loved hanging out in the plaza with the band. And every time people would clap, he'd be running full speed. People are clapping, and then he's like, "Oh." Max just loves clapping with the crowd. Like, that's like his thing. But I can't wait to take him to Horror Nights. His first Horror Nights. Who knows when that'll be, but yeah, I can't wait to take my baby. Mondo, do you know how much the frequent fear pass will be? All right. We've talked a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's and what it could be, can't be, what we think it's going to be. Let's get into other important stuff. So, right here, great transition from Emiliano. Frequent Fear last year, if I'm not mistaken, was 200. They tried to sell it for 235, but for whatever reason, they brought it down to 215, if I'm not mistaken. The Frequent Fear 2024. Just recently, we had FanFest. They dropped Fandom Pass, and the way that their ticketing worked, it was just like HHN. And it really made me think, what about if the Frequent Fear, I don't think we've ever had heavy hitters like we're going to have this year. If all the speculations are right, the speculated Terrifier, the speculated WWE, the speculated, I don't think it's going to happen, but speculated Fallout. So another big IP. A speculated Poltergeist, Scarecrow. We have some very big things. Megan is being speculated. These are a lot of big IPs that are for sure not cheap by any means. I think prices go up a lot. I really do. I don't want to say that. I hate that prices go up. As a consumer, I don't want to pay more. We're already paying a lot. But I have a feeling they were testing the market with the Fandom Pass being at $250 because that's more expensive than HHN. HHN, you get like 2 months. Fandom Pass was 1 month, and that cost $250. Like, what the hell? I have a feeling they're going to start off with $250 for a Frequent Fear, and if it doesn't sell well, they'll probably $225 just right away. Nobody's buying it. $225. I think it's going to be $225. That's just my opinion. 20 million views for the first day. Max goes to Horror Nights. It's going to be epic. Take my son to Horror Nights for the first time. He just recently did Secret Life of Pets. It was crazy. I can't believe he's that tall. I think it's going to be $250. And the only reason I say $250 because FanFest was $250. So let's go on to another important topic. The merch. So just recently we had one of the coolest houses to ever come to Horror Nights. 50 years of Texas. And guess what happened? Zero merch. Nada. We got nothing. Texas, 50 years. We got a whole lot of nothing. Does Five Nights at Freddy's bring merch to Halloween Horror Nights? Are we going to get merch? Are we going to get merch? are we gonna get merch? What do you guys think? Yeah, 50 years of no merch. Expect to see a lot of FNAF YouTubers their day one. Dude, everybody's coming. Everybody. I'd be so sad if there was no merch. There was no merch. I could see no merch for FNAF only because of the creator. You know, when I think of FNAF, all I think of is merch. There's so much merch. Like, let me just click in FNAF merch. I'm just curious what comes up. FNAF merch. Yeah, like, dude, what? You're willing to sponsor all this stuff? All this FNAF stuff, but it can't come to Horror Nights? You know what I mean? Come on, dude. There has to be FNAF merch. This is going to be some of the hottest selling merch we ever seen, man. Ever. They'd be fools if they didn't. Early entry is going to be $35. I miss when early entry was free. I'm just getting old. Back in my day, early entry was this unknown thing and not that many people did it. Now you gotta pay for it. Maybe a store. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy alone, just a whole store. Where they sell that Wicked merch, Five Nights at Freddy. What do they call it? It used to be called feature presentation, right? I could have sworn it was called feature presentation. They love us, but not enough for FNAF or Terrifier merch. Dude, if Terrifier comes, there better be Terrifier merch. A missed opportunity. Oh, it's the biggest of missed opportunities. I'm going to go twice this season. For the first time to HHN, I'm buying Express. First time I go. Nate, you might have to buy Express both times, dog. You going 2 times? Just express it, dude. Express it. Yes, there is going to be merch. They'd be silly not to. All we got was what? What are we talking about? I think they probably didn't do merch for Texas last year because Six Flags had Texas IP as well. Yeah, that was so random, right? Was that a good maze? Anybody know? That was random. I was like, Texas? Going to Six Flags? What? I really do think FNAF will be the most popular house in HHN history. It's gonna be ridiculous. That's not a far off statement because I was talking about that with Danny earlier. FNAF has fans from like, I don't know, 8 years old to 80 years old. I call it the Pokemon demographic where everybody is a fan. It's not like an older people thing and it's not a younger people. It's just an everybody thing. FNAF is everybody. So, I'll give you a perfect example. I feel like Terrifier is very niche because obviously it's horror, but it's like this extreme side of horror. And not everybody's down with the gore fest, you know what I mean? So it's almost like a niche into a niche into a niche, which does have a big following. It has. But FNAF is just gigantic. It's the Pokemon demographic. That's the best way I could describe it. I do believe as well, we're going to have these speculated big IPs. FNAF might just top it all because it's FNAF. And there's a lot of people that are coming to Horror Nights that they've never even thought about going to Horror Nights. But now that FNAF is coming, obviously when we get more details, it'll be more concrete. It's going to be like, I'm going to Horror Nights for the first time. Horror Nights is a great addition for hitting fan bases that wouldn't even think about Horror Nights, but all of a sudden, bam, on their way to Hollywood. We got Gomes, 19 months. Mondo, would you rather have metro sets and no clear view of construction or current views to construction? Well, lots of times, like when it's in the metro sets, you can still see them. I feel like we could always see the mazes. Um, I feel like the updates would still be a lot. Uh, I am not going to ever, because of updates, like if I couldn't get update, I want metro sets no matter what. In general, updates or no updates, filming or not, metro sets. Without a doubt, I'll take metro sets any day. Any day. It's a real shame we haven't had metro sets since 2019. Like, I feel, I've always felt this way. I feel, say next year, like sometime next year, the first announcement that I think would break the internet, if they're just like, we're not announcing a house, but we're announcing that the metro sets are coming back. They're coming back. 2026 metro sets. Internet would go crazy. Every Hollywood fan, bonkers. It would be a joy. It would be a joy of an announcement. As crazy as everybody's going for Fnaf, people would go that crazy for just a metro set announcement. Yeah, I'm sure Murdy wants the metro. Murdy always says, I don't know how I hear it every year. He's like, I ask for them. I ask for them every year. I really do. Yeah, Murdy for sure wants metro sets. More houses? Hell yeah. Maybe that's why they announced Fnaf today, because when they announced Terrifier on Thursday, they'll go, okay, Fnaf is there. I'll still go. When do you think tickets drop? I have a feeling tickets are probably going to be dropping. This is just a guess. This is just a total guess. I feel tomorrow they announce tickets, and probably on Thursday, the rumored announcement day is going to be Thursday. Maybe Thursday is when everything just goes live. I've heard from so many people. I talked to a lot of people here in Hollywood. They're like, at this point in time, I already bought my tickets to Orlando Horror Nights, and we don't even know a house. I don't even know nothing. Haven't even booked my airplane. I think this is the week. Monday, they go, hey, Thursday, tickets go live. Announcement Thursday. Boom. Tickets sell out. Early entry sold out. Opening day. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thursday. Monday announcement, and then Thursday tickets go on sale. That's just a total guess, but that's what I'm thinking. Metro sets was a different vibe. I remember there was a couple times where I went to the metro sets and we just like had a couple drinks, couple food, did Frankenstein versus Wolfman, and then just left. It was usually because Ghostbuster would have like a gigantic line, you know what I mean? Creepshow too. Creepshow had a long line. This is a good question. Do you think we will get a FNAF trailer? So that's a good question to ask. I think FNAF does get a trailer. I almost want to say FNAF is their biggest property because it's so current. They're going to have a movie out this year, I think it will have a trailer. There's been some buzzing going around. I've talked to a lot of people at Monster Palooza, and people have told me that nothing is filmed at this time for any house, supposedly, but that this week they were going to start filming trailers and whatever they're doing. So maybe this is the week that like Horror Nights in general and a marketing campaign and everything they're doing, they just get the ball rolling and start filming and doing whatever else they're going to do marketing wise. It's exciting. We heard that filming was going to happen. It was way before this announcement, but yeah, because everybody at Monsterpalooza, there's a lot of people talking Horror Nights. It's cool. Shout out to everybody at Monsterpalooza. Monsterpalooza was a blast. I'm kind of sad that I like missed out on that for so many years, but I'm definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. Terrifier trailer got filmed a while back. Well, hopefully we see it soon. Speaking of tickets, how much do you think Express Unlimited will be on the second night? I'm going to say Express Unlimited. I feel like they were like $275 last year. $290, $300. Somewhere in that range. Because it would be on a Friday, right? Second day. What is your opinion on the speculation of WWE Maze? Because I would love WWE. Everybody's just rumoring it so hard. It's even on the speculation maps. I keep thinking it's Undertaker. But I said this earlier. I wish it was a Stone Cold house. I'm more excited about a Stone Cold house than any of these WWE speculations. But I think a WWE house would be cool. It's something new and different from what we've had in the last, 10, 15 years. I think it'd be good. I'm excited to go through it if it does come. Let me see. A lot of people keep saying Fnaf is not getting a house. That's why it's announced in that form. I think it's a house. I've talked to a lot of good people. They all say it's a house. I think Thursday will be the official Fnaf house announcement and tickets will drop. Man, it's so wild. It's so wild. Everybody was like, it's going to be Terrifier. Terrifier's the first announcement. Boom. Fnaf. Wow. Crazy, man. Can we just confirm Poltergeist, Fnaf, Scarecrow coming to Horror Night? HHN season has officially started. We're so pumped. I paid $350 for my Friday, October Express Unlimited. Yeah, but that's in October. We're talking September. Yep, I believe it. That same ticket will probably be like $360, $365. It has to go up. These IPs are just insane. Insane. Well, it's official, everybody. 5 nights at Freddy coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. I can't believe it. I can't. This was totally not on the radar of anybody, in my opinion. It's official. It's coming to Hollywood, baby. Orlando too, but we only care about Hollywood. I kept asking if there was merch, because lots of times in these early announcement, there's usually merch at Hollywood, but everybody's saying that there's no merch because whatever this is hasn't really been confirmed, but I hope there's Five Nights at Freddy Halloween Horror Night merch at Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope it's a shirt because ain't nobody wearing a hoodie right now. It's too hot. We're like in the 90s already.